Queen of the Palace and Suoane Msomi ke bethi ke okay, yes, thank you. Greetings to everyone who's listening and watching on Facebook. I officially welcome you who is watching on YouTube and Facebook, because on radio, radio, I say greetings again. This is the day is a sport buzz by myself, Nkosinathi. On today's sports news, ngizosho nje ukuthi nginiphatheleni. Yes. Namhlanje ngiphatheleke the competitions ke adlalile this past 2 days, starting from Tuesday and Wednesday till now. We had ama competition ke bekala ke La Liga, of which ke league yase Spain yebola, and then we had Serie A or league yase Italy, to Serie A. Then we also zoba PSL, kwase kuzoba ke Carabao Cup, ebedlalwa ke yase Cup yase England. Then ke DFB, of which ke icup ke yamaqembu ke adlala kwi Bundesliga, adlala lapha ke kuma league ase Germany rather. Bese ke sizoba ne NBA, irugby ke as promised ke sengibuyile nayo, and we also have cricket. And also today is sports news. And nginiphatheleke nje nje wrapping up ke Ronald Koeman is finally out with Barcelona, and both the coaches ke khona ke coach abayi2 who are facing a huge drama this past few days, including again Ronald Koeman and Onogla Social to discuss a story sabo shortly on during the show. NBA Russell Westbrook uphume foul after doing very well, and then uphuma wakhe costed the team ukuthi ilose futhi ama LA Lakers against his former club City Thunder. And then bese Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach beated Bayern Munich for the first time. Bayern defeats her with the severe score SMB this way, but I'm going to discuss during the show. Then Australian Open are still streets, going vaccinator for players who get vaccinated in the country. That's it from me. This is the day's sport buzz. Maybe I'm just gonna quickly go and start indaba zami namhlanje topping namhlanje ngizoqala with a very important story, of which is a story esithinta umhlaba wonke. As you know, I always address indaba ye-COVID-19, coronavirus nokuvaccinatwa kwabantu, because we know there are lots of things happening around the world. I think one of the things khona into eyenzekile on all the news ngizobengitshena zona namhlanje, ngizobengilethela zona namhlanje ukuthi being affected by COVID-19 can cost a team, can cost a club, can cost yourself, can cost a business lots of millions or lots of loss. But I'm just gonna continue. But Australian Open 2022, unvaccinated players face fresh doubts about eligible to play. Australia after ama lockdown abakhona, which are more than 6 maybe. But what I'm sure of is that it was 260 days we lockdown. Kuma lockdown asibe now in total. Basa street ekuthenini kubantu abaqhuma ngaphandle, and also the players, because they urged ukuthi abantu awama helpers during the games tennis, and also the fans, they need to get vaccinated before they enter into the field. And then the players eyawindaba bingadiscusswa, but since Australian government uthi streets uthi bonke abantu ubafuna, if they come into the country they need to get vaccinated, because even though you are a player but you need to get vaccinated when to enter the country. I think this is political, it's not sportsman, but it's political. So I don't know ukuthi abanye bazokwenzani, since abanye ama players even for other sports code abakwazi ukuthi be vaccinated, and there are still stories that I need to cover ngempela, touching the story. Every every Thursday I'm just gonna come and ngithintele indaba ezenzakalayo around the world doing this vaccinating thing, how important it is to individuals and to the whole world. Zinakekeleni as I continue, bathi-ke la the story sika Novak Djokovic, who won his 9th Australian Open either this year, has said he is unsure if he is able to defend his men's single title after engavezanga i-status sakhe ukuthi-ke ume kanjani ekutheni uvaccinathiwe noma ngavaccinathiwe. Ubuka ngathi-ke ufuna ukuhoxisa and inkulumo yakhe ukuthi-ke ubefuna ukubreaka nerekhodi-ke to be a 21st i-Grand Slam, but-ke ngathi ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukudefenda because the situation ekhona, according to me, I think maybe the guy is not vaccinated. I don't know. So I'm a little bit lost on his story ukuthi uchaza uthini, but he's very strict ngokuthi-ke ayifihle ukuthi status sakhe ume kanjani. I think maybe we're gonna see on during the games ukuthi-ke how other things are going to stand njengoba kuzobe kune competition. Touching to other stories, Ronald Koeman, manager at Barcelona, is finally out as a coach. He doesn't have a job. He was fired. He was fired yesterday after he lost the match. The last match ayidlalile neRayo Velaraco. Ngixolise ngalokho. So as the manager, maybe I need to bring also Nkosinathi. Nkosinathi is a manager for Manchester United who's coaching the biggest club as well. Ronald Koeman is coaching the biggest club. Ronald Koeman has received lots of criticism, and into is physical because after the match Real Madrid ihlwele did into engekho right ngokuthi beshaya imoto yakhe bethatha ama-selfie beyivimba, saying things that are not good. I think even though the club wins, people take it personally, and I know some of other people they support the teams with their all, but I don't think it's a right thing to do to criticize someone because he's also employed and he's doing whatever he can to do, because the inputs is coming both from management, from him, and for the players. If one of those doesn't work, it might not go as planned. Sometimes it's not that the coach get right, it's just that maybe technically he is not fit to coach Barcelona, because out of 10 games 15 points are now, and he faced 4 defeats kulandelana, of which history Barcelona is not good. Kade bagcina ukuthola i-score esikanjalo. Bakhuluma la baqhubeka bathi Ronald Koeman will say goodbye to the squad on a Thursday, of which inamhlanje the story reports from EBBC iqhubeka. It's the former Netherlands Everton and Southampton boss 58. He could only guide the 5-time European champions to the 3rd place in the league last season. Bakhuluma la ukuthi yena ubaba bagada until baze babo number 3 last year, but this time things are not going as everyone expected. This year there's a lot of things that's happening in Barcelona. They face the wage bill thing, they're facing the debt of over $500 million to $1 billion, and they even lost their star player Leon Messi, and they recently taken out Griezmann on loan former team Atletico Madrid, of which costed the squad because the plan Koeman was to bring together Messi, Leon Messi, Memphis Depay, basically walanda loan with Sevilla De Jong, and also there's a De Jong odlala ke center as well. So ischeme sakhe indlela besiplanning ngayo le. So after ke abadlali abayi2 bephumile and some of other players ke bephumile, I think it's taken down his plans ke ukuthi ke aqhubeka. Maybe some of us are focusing ukuthi Barcelona is facing bad things ke, izinto ezenzakala ezimbi, but ke we need to have this in mind ke abadlali kade nabo noma kade bafuna, all of them ke abekho abaphelele. So one player can cause a player ka coach ukuthi isale down, but other coaches are able to stand like one of the other coaches I mentioned on the show. I think again I mentioned on Tuesday Ofichige Tuchel after he lost the 2 best strikers are now, and they are his first choices but he was able to continue and play. By the way, Sisa Lapo, Manchester United Onogla Soche, they say inside ngaphakathi, I've seen we internet bekeeping abantu ukuthi uConte is coming to Manchester United to coach, and also Uzuzu can come off choosing the Zidane, but those were false news after the reports Sky Sports News bakhuluma bathi the guy from inside he reports Manchester United saying the management hadn't said anything about being Ugonokla Social's job because it's just this loss. I told you, but looking at the stats in Manchester United is not doing well these days. They are conceding, and they also can't take chances, and their defense is still weak even after they signed the more than 2 times champion Varane from Real Madrid. Things weren't going as everyone was hoping it will happen. Let's go to NBA. I've discussed a situation Yama Lakers before, which they aren't doing very well these days since the season has opened. Even the preseason matches were not looking good. They didn't have their star players, the star player LeBron James, and recently they signed Russell Westbrook. But on the last match Westbrook uphumile after enze ifoul against Oklahoma City Thunder, his former team, after he did a he played a very good match after he scored 20 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, and also 10 turnovers. In fact, he was a star man kule match, and he was holding Lakers in the lead. After their third quarter, things didn't go well after Esepumile, but it costed the team lose 123 of 15 kuma Oklahoma City Thunder. This guy coming from Lakers, I think he did umehluko umkhulu as well. LeBron James missed his second straight game because of the ankle injury. Sesalapha kuma Lakers LeBron James injury useluza ama game out 2 straight kulandelana. I don't know if the team doesn't have its own star, how costly it is, but I'm seeing in Kuma Lakers it's cost them star sabo aseko, but looking into Westbrook na uzamile abuyiseke ama Lakers but na konta akayenzanga izinto kahle after ephume ngefoul of which kungithatha kungibeka ekuthenini namhlanje sina ama results futhi NBA ukuthi kuqhubeka kanjani. Let's go to cricket to speak the crucial topic. This is hard to discuss even in this show, but I need to bring it into the show because it's serious. It doesn't touch sports only, it touches the whole world. It touches individual ulapho ubukela noma ulalela of which ngikhuluma ngestory racism in the world has been a serious case for years, for decades, for centuries, and lento le uzanywa indlela ukuthi iqedwe ngokuthi abantu behlanganyiswe ndawonye ehlanganisa amabala ahlukene. Like here in South Africa we are different, and but this racism thing is even here in South Africa, around the world, and it's a very serious issue. Now with sports they've recently bring this everyone before bedlale they have to bow with their need or to honor or respect ke ukuthi ke abekho ba against ke racism abekho abanayo racism. But ke touching the stories of Quinton de Kock, the batsman South Africa cricket, the first man uthi ke South African keeper sorry over a refusal to take a knee, and he says he is not a racist. Ubexolisa ke lapha Quinton de Kock after not kneeling kwi-match ke ekade beyidlala recently ne West Indies, akakwazanga ukuthi anile, but ke he said he's not racist. I don't know ukuthi ke lokho kuchaza ukuthini and what picture it gives the person who's watching and the person ngempela who osehlukumezekile over racism. After Quinton de Kock not kneeling in the game, how does it display? And it doesn't display good. I know kneeling means lots of things. As I'm a Christian, and I know and understand kneeling, what does it mean? And looking at the sportman, I think I need to bring my mentor maybe someday to explain what is kneeling, what does it do, because it seemed like the 2-second or 10-second thing, just to kneel with one knee, just to respect and honor those people and say you are against the racist, but the guys they decide not to kneel. And I recently have a story that the team of which it was Hungary didn't kneel on the game. They just pointed on the logo yokuthi they are against racism, of which it's so confusing. Into 10 seconds just to kneel with one kneel is so hard to other people, but this is his explanation. I would like to start by saying sorry to my teammates and the fans back home. He said, if me taking a knee helps to educate others and makes the lives of others better, I'm more than happy to do so. Another confusing statement. If if ukunila kwami helps other people, to educate other people ukuthi bengabi racist, uzokwenza lokho futhi ngakwenza lokho nga-easy. But in this particular game he didn't kneel. We don't know why, but I'm continuing with the sports news here on Car Radio. We are here for you. Touching the last story, scores. I know during the weekend, on Sunday especially, from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, people were blowing us with one story on internet, on YouTube, Sky Sports News, BBC, sports papers. In Manchester United losing 5-0. Kwi-Twitter Nkosinathi, I saw lots of videos and pictures making fun of Onokla Solskjaer, Cristiano Ronaldo and Manchester United after they beaten 5-0 by Liverpool. And it's looked like they are saying, this look like those people who were posing those comments, they are saying in soccer you shouldn't lose with the 5-0 because you are a big club. There is no excuse that you have. But in today's sports news, I have another 5-0, and I'm not making a joke. It's another 5-0 really that happened during cup German DFB Cup idlala yesterday. Ngizonika my results just after this. Bayern Munich were beaten 5-0 in this game for the first time after 1978 ilosi abayithola 7-1. So if I look here, the first 3 goals they entered on first 20 minutes of the game. That's shocking for everyone. And Bayern Munich, by the way, they were playing with their first squad. Omunye wazizothi uSkim A Maithanda, and they were beating with their team A, and it's so surprising and shocking ukuthi Bayern can lose this way. But akumele futhi sibukele phansi i-team imatch Gladbach of which is a team from last year. It's been doing wonders. It's been rising through ranks, and they have been I've been analyzing them from the distance. They're doing so good, and it didn't surprise me the goals they scored. By the way, I watched the goals they scored. It doesn't surprise me because in this match, Bayern Munich had a best ball position, and they have many shots and corners. They were the favorites to win the game, but their 6 shots on target, Maglabech was able to score 5 goals in the nets. This is tell us that soccer is not about passing or maybe holding the ball. It's courtesy or controlling the game, but it's about the goal. Just like I always say in the show, soccer, the definition of soccer is goals. Goals, goals, goals. Even though you have a best player or you don't have a best player, goal defines the match how it is. The person who looking at the score 5-0 will say Maglabech did well, but the person who was watching the match would be like, Bayern was on the game, was like the ball position like reached 70, like it's courtesy of which 70% upeti game, and then you're losing 5-0. It's surprising to other people. And right now I'm just gonna quickly go to the scores and to the competitions. Competitions. By the way, before I go to the competitions, the time right now is 13:25. I like to say just go to our page, just go like our page, and also tell your family and friends ukuthi like nabo page. Usho ukuthi Nkosi SA ukhona ne sports every Tuesday and Thursday here on Car Radio from 12 to 2. Unilethele indaba and also the results ukuthi kwenzakalani. And also please comment down below each and every video mangi live. Just comment, even though I'm not live, maybe you find the video after, you can just comment and tell me what is happening around your area. Before I started this show with the Tommy, as he's not here right now, so we meaning Bambe the shows, just report I'm just gonna bring here Windaba, and also do this, follow, just subscribe on our YouTube channel on YouTube Car Radio, and put on the notification bell, and also tell your friends so that they won't miss each and every show. By the way, the radio, Car Radio, we are here for you, is broadcast at 24/7 Monday to Sunday. Every hour you're gonna find us here live on Car Radio. Now, as I am starting to bring you the results, ngicela ukuthi ngenze kanje. Yes, sorry Ingaloko. And right now ngizokala. Yes, ngizokala with Rabbi. I know ukuthi bengingaba bikho for isikhathi with Rabbi. Namhlanje ngizomlethela ukuthi kwenzakaleni this past games, and I'm gonna give you also ukuthi kume kanjani kwi-table le Rabbi, because I know there are also Rabbi supporters out there. And then again ngizoqala from the match here, Ospreys against the Monster, of which Ospreys did 18 points for 10. And then we also have Cardiff against Dragons, of which Cardiff did 31-21 over Amar Dragons. Then Iconach we're playing against the Ulster, of which Ulster lost to get 36 of 11 against the Connacht. And then we had the Zebra Palmer, we're playing against the Edinburgh, of which Zebra did 10, and they lost against the Elbrook, which it did 27. Then Scarlets did 35 for 28 against the Eperton. And then Glasgow did 15 against the Leinster, of which Leinster did 31. Yasia winner game. And then you go into our important matches. You get Cardiff against the Celtic Celtic Sharks. Again, they are losing. South African team, we are behind you. We are supporting you as you're playing the biggest league, Europe, Emhlabeni combined. Cardiff did 23 and Sharks did 17. And then again, moving on, sisiya kuma Vodacom Bulls did a 10 of 17 kwi Edinburgh. Fish Edinburgh na khona iwinile Bulls again, didn't able to take a win, and it's another discussion that we need to do what is happening with the South African rugby clubs since we came back from a lockdown because it seems like things changed after a lockdown and COVID-19. Lots of things are happening. I'm gonna give you a top 5. We have Elspres, number 5, Landela Edinburgh, number 4, then Munster, Yalandela as number 3, Elsha Yalandela as number 2, number 1, Leinster. All of them, they've played 5 games. Of which Leinster have 24 points, Elsha 20 points, Munster 19 points, Edinburgh 18 points, then Osprey 17 points. That is our top 5 kwi rugby. Moving on, sesiya cricket, kwi game ngizoqala nje from the game that was live. Njoba ngangishilo ukuthi there was a live game on Tuesday, of which bekudlala West Indies against South Africa. By the way, South Africa won the match. Congratulations to the Proteas. They won 8 wickets, 10 balls left, of which West Indies 143, 8 wickets and 20 overs. In South Africa, with 2 wickets down, 144 runs and 18.2 overs. Then they won the game. New Zealand against Pakistan, a tough game as well. Pakistan won 5 wickets and 8 balls left, of which New Zealand they beat it. They won 35 runs, 8 wickets, 20 overs, and then Pakistan wins 135 with 5 wickets and 18.4 overs. Yesterday we had Bangladesh against England, and England took 8 wickets, win by 8 wickets and 35 balls left, of which in total Bangladesh were 9 wickets down and 21 and 24 runs with 20 overs in total. Then England just only did 14.1 overs, and then they were able to do 126 runs off 2 wickets. And then Scotland, Namibia, and then again Namibia won by 4 wickets, 5 balls left, of which they did 115 runs off 6 wickets down, 19.1 overs. And the sesiyaqhubeka now sesingena kwi-NBA, we now sesondela kwi-soccer, which is our main sports in the world esidlalwayo at the moment. That's why I'm starting with this one, because they have a major platform in the show, and they are major even in the world, so I am doing the same. So starting on Tuesday, yes, I'm gonna start on Wednesday, of which it was yesterday because some games are Tuesday in Thabisile. Yesterday we had Manix and the Philadelphia Sixers, of which Manix won the home game 112 of 99. And then Amatanda were hosting Warriors, and then the Warriors are doing what we also expect from them. They are fighting. They fought as Warriors. They did 106 of 98 against the Amatandas. Then Spurs were facing Lakers, of which Lakers won 125 of 121. Well done to Lakers on the yesterday game. Mavericks did 116 of 106 in the game, of which Mavericks are winning again. Jazz against Nuggets. Jazz again, they won 122 of 110. Today we had Magic against Hornets, and Magic are squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. They lost their second game after my preseason matches at the corner, and they did 111 of 120. Pick up to Hornets. They had the squad ngempela eskwazile ukuthi ke sidlala. And Nets, Brooklyn Nets against the Hearts, and my Heat wona did 106 of 93 against my Brooklyn Nets. Pelicans were hosting Hawks, of which again Hawks they won the game. They won the game 102 of 99. Then Raptors against Pacers. Again Pacers, they lost the third game in a row. and I trusted in Pacers, but I did need to up their game. Raptors did 118 of 100 against Pacers. Celtics were hosting Wizards. Okay, Wizards are winning 116 of 107. Then Brooklyn Nets were hosting Timberwolves. Then Timberwolves they win their game 113 of 108. Then Thunder they hosted Lakers today. Just like I said, listen about the issue before about Westbrook after he costed the team because he was the scoring many goals and doing many assists in the game. He was the main man, but he costed Lakers to lose 123 of 115 against Thunder. And then again, Trail Blazers were hosting Grizzlies, of which Blazers they won the game 116 of 96. Then Spurs were hosting Phoenix Suns were hosting Kings, and then again my Kings winning 110 of 107 as I expected. Clippers were hosting Cavaliers, which my Cavaliers they won 92 of 72. Ngiyaqala ukubona iscore esincane in the game since season ivulile, all scores aqala go hundreds and 90 something, but I never seen the team doing under 79. Clippers they need to up their game. Right now, sengiyahamba ke ngiyaphuthuma ke manje sengiyake ku one of the important cups ke kade khona where I have sad news for most of the supporters for big clubs. I'm sorry, but I need to broadcast this and don't feel embarrassed. Ibhola leli liyagimeka bakwethu. Ngizoqala ke ngeCarabao Cup ukuthi kuhambe kanjani starting from Tuesday ukuthi ke kwenzakaleni. Okay, I'm going to start with the Chelsea against the Southampton, of which Chelsea draw 1-1 against Southampton. They went to penalties and Chelsea won their third penalty game. Stake. It looked like Chelsea always win on penalties. Their past 3 games ababe now this year, and what's surprising is this: every time Chelsea when they play these games, masakuna penalty, we will see Kepa coming in the field, or if he's in the field, he's the one who's going to take penalties. But if he was not on the field, he's the one who takes penalties. Mendy just prioritize on the 90 minutes or the full game. Arsenal were facing Leeds, and then Arsenal were able to win at 2-0. Arsenal is doing very well these days. I'm so surprised how they do things, and I'm also happy for them as a big club. Baboisa isithunzi sabo. QPR were hosting Sunderland, which Sunderland won 3-1 on penalties because they draw 0-0. Stoke City hosted Brentford. The Brentford I talked about, that is dangerous these days. You need to watch out for them. The Bees did 2-1 against Stoke. They won round elandelayo. Brentford won 2-1. Another surprising match, West Ham was playing against Man City, and then Man City lost 5-3 in penalties because the game draws 0-0. West Ham were fighting until they won the game. Leicester City were facing Brighton. They drew 2-2. Then the game went to penalties, and Leicester City won 4-2 in penalties. Preston were hosting Liverpool, which Liverpool was playing with a straight different club, different players. In fact, it's their second scheme. Youth, and we didn't see Obo Salah or Mane. It's just those academy graduates and other players abangajwayele ukuthi bedlale, and the first squad yonke ibiphumule, and they were able to beat Preston go 2-0. Tottenham were hosting Burnley were hosting Tottenham, of which Tottenham won the game 1-0. Of which sekusibeka ekutheni esiyaqhubeka i-cup ama-team ngoba sephumile sesiya kuma quarter finals, of which sizobe sesinika ukuthi ama-team azobe edlala kanjani after this. Then going into the second cup yase Germany, of which broadcaster okokuqala, but I needed to because I've noticed these big guys they are doing very well and they are getting challenged when it comes to small cups and the cups la asuke enzeka during the league. Le cup ibizwa nge-DFB Pokal, of which i-cup ke edlalwa ke eGermany. So the last games adlalile abidlala on 9th August. So I'm just gonna start the second round again. Starting from Tuesday. Bidlala Prequen Master Bidlala ne Hertha Berlin, of which Hertha Berlin won a 3-1 in the game. Then E1860 Munich was playing against the Schalke, of which Schalke lost 1-0. And then Schalke konumdlalo edotholeke a red card. Hoffenheim trashed Holstein Kiel go 5-1. And then again Babelberg were hosting RB Leipzig, of which RB Leipzig were able to win 1-0 in the game. Tuesday as well, Dortmund were hosting Ingolstadt, of which winning Dortmund got 2-0. Mainz were hosting Armenia, of which Mainz won 3-2. 5 goals in the game from both clubs. VfL Osnabrück were facing SC Freiburg, of which FC Freiburg won 3-2 in penalties. They draw 2-2 in the game. 90 minutes. Bayer Leverkusen were hosting Karish Kerr, of which another disappointing result, of which Karish Kerr won 2-1 against Bayer Leverkusen. And then SV Wonfold were hosting Union Berlin, and Union Berlin won 3-1. Dynamo were hosting FC Poli, of which FC Poli won 3-2. And then FVL Bochum were playing against Augsburg, badlala bobo-2 kwi-league eyodwa i-Bundesliga, of which they draw 2-2, and they decided ukuthi i-Bochum won 5-4 in penalties. And then Jan Resberg were hosting Honza, of which Honza won 4-2 in penalties. The game ended in 3-3 on 90 minutes. FVP Stuttgart were hosting Colin, of which Colin won 2-0 in the game. Hanover 96 were hosting Love, of which Honor 96 won 3-0 in the game. And then into our game being akhuluma ngayo endabeni Bayern Munich ibidlala ne-Moch Blackback, of which Image Gladbach as a host they won 5-0 in the game. Yes, it is Bayern Munich. Really, it's Bayern Munich that was beaten 5-0 by Image Blackback. Right now, nakhona futhi ama results for the next games ngizobe sengilethela on the show mase kuzodlala i-competition sekushukuziwe ukuthi kuzodlalwa kanjani. And then we have let me come here ngoba ngisaphesheya ayi ngibuye nje ngifly ngize la South Africa. We had PSL games abengakadlali, and ngizondlethela wona namhlanje, of which adlaleke izolo. It's only 2 games. Stellenbosch were hosting iMoruma Giants, of which igame ibe kanje iwinile Stellenbosch ngo-1-0 by igoli by uDoprezi ascore ngumzuzu ka-27 in the match, and it was the only goal elenzeke yawina iStellenbosch. Then iSekhukhula United were hosting AmaZulu, and AmaZulu didn't do well. They were beaten 2-0. The goal by uKatsande ngumzuzu ka-48, and then Ohizo ngumzuzu ka-51, of which and usuthu njengomuntu waseDurban or KZN. I am not happy on how did they do in the game, because we know them as the challengers in the league, but looking at the match bayenzile, it's not looking good. Namhlanje ngo 5:30 we have Pirates playing against Royal AM. We can't wait to get kuzokwenza kalani. Now let's fly back here. Sisihamba ke Spain with La Liga. There were games that we were playing. starting on Tuesday, we have the Alaves against the Alcha, of which Alaves home. They took 3 points home, winning 1-0 in the match. Then Española decided to share points with Atletico Bilbao, drawing 1-1 and taking 1 point each. Villarreal were hosting Cadiz as well. They decided to share 1 point each, and they scored 3 goals in the match each. And then again on Wednesday, which yesterday, Mallorca were hosting Sevilla. Again, another draw, 1-1. They decided to take 1 point each. Rayola Vallecano beated Barcelona 1-0. It's the match that made Ronald Koeman lost his job, and it's so disappointing because this club is one of the clubs actually in the middle of the table or not, or in the bottom of the table, but they were able to beat Barcelona after engakwazanga ukukora penalty uMemphis Depay. So disappointing. The goal by Falcao, siyabonga ke lapha Falcao. And then Real Betis were hosting Valencia, of which Real Betis won 4-1 as expected. Real Madrid were hosting Osasuna. Disappointing match. They draw 0-0, and they looking at the ball position. Osasuna fought ngempela ukuthi ke benga concede, and they fought ukuthi ngempela to get this 1 point because it was important to them. Because if I can show you the stats in the game and the numbers, the shots ayenzile Real Madrid, I'm just gonna quote them after ngiqedile with the other league games when ngilethela ukuthi ke how hard this game was for Osasuna and Real Madrid. Namhlanje we have Celta Vigo against Real Sociedad, Granada against Getafe, and Levante against Atletico Madrid. Those matches are playing today starting from 7 and now past 9. Ayota is 8. And watch out for those matches. You're gonna see ukuthi kwenzakalani. By the way, Atletico Madrid is sitting on the 7th spot with the 9 games. Game I2 I'm mentioning this because they're sitting on the 18 points of each number on 21 points. If they win these 2 games, bazolingana with Real Madrid. You know ukuthi ke amaloki ukuthi nginika only on Tuesday ngizobe sengitshela ukuthi ke amaloki ame kanjani. This is the news. Maybe just like ngifuna nje ukuya la maduze ukuthi ke bekwenzakalani kwi La Liga. Okay, and we match Real Madrid because it was the tough game ngempela against Osasuna. Maybe some of other people they didn't understand the game. How did it happen? Why Real Madrid did 17 shots, of which Osasuna did 7. On target they did 3. Osasuna didn't do on target. Ball possession. This is a whole game, not first half, not 25 minutes, but this is a whole 90 minutes game. 75 for 25, of which it was the game for Real Madrid. But inkulu kakhulu possession. Now lalela kama passes, 726 passes they were able to complete, and then Osasuna completed 246, and then quick pass accuracy 90%, and bona they on 67%. Fouls made 12, bona ngala benze 10, and then igama corners ibe now 3, ebeseke Real Madrid yaba now 11, and then offside yabo 5 ku Real Madrid, and red card aweko, and all. Osasuna, congratulations ukuthi be collected a point, and it was very important to them. And this is the day, the sport bars with Nkosinathi here every day from every Tuesday and Thursday from hour of 12 till 2 o'clock. And live la tune in. At the time right now is 13:48, and now ngisingiya ekuphetheleni we show before angiphumekela ngishiyele isihlalo. And I like to say Thank you for tuning in the show, for the listeners or who are listening me on car radio, and for the people who are watching me here on Facebook, and also the people who are watching me on YouTube. I say thank you for listening to the show and watching me live here. It's very nice to sit with you and utamele esports again and hear what is happening around the world and also here in South Africa. I love you. Zinageleni gets vaccinated. I love you all. Just quickly go and go to our page Car Radio and tell your friends be like a page later Car Radio, and also go to YouTube and subscribe into our YouTube channel of which they're gonna have to put the notification bell so that they won't miss each and every video. I know what I'll put each and every video I see live ngayo, so just quickly go and put on that notification bell after you subscribe so that you won't miss each and every notification. Also on Facebook, do the same way, and also follow myself Nkosinathi under one name Nkosinathi Nxumalo on Facebook, and also on Instagram. You're gonna find me there, and then also you are free ukuthi ukhulume nami and chat and give me some news onazo with sports sengphuma right now on this show. And you know ukuthi angiphumi ngedwa mangphuma on this show, and ngiphuma with my mother, queen of the palace, ethi umhlaba ungowakho, featuring Dr. Suoane Msomi.